everybody, and welcome to the Kinetic Word. I am Brian, and I am glad you could join me again on this very first episode. How do you like that? Like I made it sound like I have a whole bunch of episodes, but I don't. So I was wondering what I was going to do this episode about. I had no idea. I'm like, what is the Kinetic Word? What does it mean to me? So I thought about it, and I prayed about it. And I thought about it, and I recorded one whole episode, and I hated it. And then a friend that Jen, my wife, met. Her and I met when we were at a Welton Academy summit on the West Coast. Her name is Lynn. She sent me a message and wanted to know about how to get your idea from your head to paper, or just out so you can share it. I guess that was the concept. Her husband had mentioned storyboarding, and then she asked me, so how do I do this? So that's what I'm going to do with this episode. I was going to talk about myself a little bit, just kind of, I guess, validate who I am, maybe. A lot of you guys have followed me on Facebook for a long time. I've owned several companies, and I've learned a lot of stuff about art in the industry, in the business industry. So I am known for animating on SpongeBob SquarePants, Curious George. I've produced Barbie and Jumpstart and Fisher-Price Little People. I've done a lot of stuff in the industry, from CD-ROM games like Blade Runner and Aladdin, to working in film and TV. I've created a couple of TV shows, filmed a lot of TV shows, won some awards for directing short films. So I've kind of been doing this since I was 5 years old. I've been drawing. You don't need to know how to draw so much or be the best artist in the entire world to convey your idea. And one of the things I want to do is talk about different ways that you can do this. And a lot of people have really cool ideas. They don't know how to share them with others. And I hope that this quick video helps. To let you know, right now, episode 1 is being filmed in Utah. Jen and I are packing right now as we speak. So the apartment is kind of crazy. Boxes everywhere. I'm just looking around. Just stuff on the floor, packing tape. We are moving to Georgia, and we're very excited about this. This is going to be a great move. A lot of people might have lost touch with me. I changed and got a new Facebook account recently. So if this is your first time hearing from me, this is what's going on in my life. Jen and I we're married. We have 4 kids together, and we have a baby on the way. So we're like a little more than 2 months, maybe 3 months-ish, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
She says yes. Okay, so that's kind of cool. A lot of big changes, especially this move to Georgia. We were in California a couple weeks ago. We went to Bethel, and had a great time there, one of their evening services. Went into the bookstore and happened to find a book that I did illustrations for. Joyce Meyer did a book called Battlefield of the Mind for Kids, and I was fortunate enough to be the illustrator for that book. 72 little illustrations are in it. It's kind of exciting to see that it's still out there, and I did that a long time ago. So storyboards and getting your idea out onto paper are pretty much the same thing. A storyboard is nothing more than a roadmap for people that use video and cameras to make TV commercials, animated shorts, music videos, feature films. It's a way to take the script and put it on paper in a sequential way that makes sense. So basically, it's like a comic book for what you're really trying to make. I use storyboards a lot to convey my ideas, or to make sure I'm staying on track with what I want my vision to look like as far as my children's books go, or my film or commercials. Jen and I also own a really cool company called Rise Corporate Media. I can probably make it appear right there. Pretty cool. So check it out. We're at www.risecorporatemedia.com. If you have a company that needs some animation, we do corporate animation, explainer videos. We help you convey your idea. So hopefully that is something that will help you out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually step over to the board, and we're going to talk about 3 different ways that storyboards can be used, or how you can get your idea out on paper. I'm going to have one quick sip of coffee, which is really delicious, and I'm outie. Okay, so here we go. Storyboarding 101, kind of my version, the Brian version. So storyboards can be used to get an idea down for TV and film. So let's just say TV, film. Now you don't have to be a great artist to do this. As a matter of fact, I storyboarded what I'm doing right now, kind of. So there's no real rules. What I started off with is a plan, basically an itemized list of what am I going to be talking about. That's what I wanted to make sure I got down first. It's just bullet pointing out all the things that you think are going to be important with whatever kind of TV or film project you're working on. Secondly, I actually did the storyboards. I like my handwriting, it's awesome. You should really see it on a whiteboard, it's a train wreck. So storyboards, there's a million different ways to do it. There's no real right way. I've got several storyboards that I've done on animated cartoons, which I'm going to have scrolling right now, hopefully. I also storyboarded out some of the events that were taking place in a music video we were doing, where we were going to be filming it on horseback. So these are 2 examples. Basically, a storyboard just needs to be a series of frames that represent what is going to happen step by step. 1, 2, 3. These are camera cuts. The 1, 2, and 3 are. The lines underneath here are descriptions. We call it slugging. You don't have to remember that word. Just know that you can write descriptive things that are supposed to happen in the scene. If you have an airplane that looks like a Fisher-Price airplane, and it's flying through the sky, you might want to say it's daytime. Even though the script might say it's daytime and you don't have a sun drawn in there, it lets the camera person know, whoever's filming, that that's going to be daytime. The next thing you want to do is, this represents a cut. So we cut to a person. Don't you love my drawing? It's great. He's sitting in a seat on the plane. So we have highlighted one of these windows here and cut to a close-up. If I wanted to have this camera push into the plane, I could draw arrows that are camera movements saying that we push into this window. So that's one way to do it. And then we're going to cut to a close-up, because you don't want all of your camera angles to be exactly the same. So now I have a close-up of my guy who's realizing that his bag of peanuts that he got is completely empty. He opened up a bag of peanuts, they're empty. And I might write astonished. There, that tells us what's happening. Down here, all you do is you keep a sequential order of your work. So that's how TV and film uses it. You can use it in children's books or books. I'm going fast because people don't like long videos, and my wife is holding the phone because I'm filming with my phone. Okay, so children's books are the same way, except for you're going to want to draw, instead of storyboards like this that are sequentially set up, you're going to want to have sketches that represent where you want your text on each page. This is called a spread. When you have both pages open, that is called a spread. This is page 1, this is page 2, etc. And then you draw the stick figures of whatever you want the character to be doing. I don't know why this guy has a magnifying glass. He's looking at a bug on the ground. So Whatever you have lightly sketched out, an artist can take that concept and they can flesh it out and make it look amazing. Lastly, you can do it in web design. A lot of people wonder how this works. This is a little different. You're going to want to make sure that you have a flow chart. You need to understand the sequential order of your website. So you create a tree. I'm going to write home here. Home basically is just the home page. It's also considered the splash page. We call it that because that's where the person lands first. They splash into your page. That's the first time they see your logo. That's the first time they understand anything about you or what kind of company or whatever it is that you're representing. Secondly, where can you go? Where can you go? Where can you go off of this home page? You can go to Photos here in this example. You can go to About Me, and you can go to Contact. I'm keeping this really simple to let you know. After you have this flow chart, this tree, because you're going to have other things that come off of Photos, you're going to have About Me. You might have 2 more pages that come off after that. Contact might just be what it says. It's contact, an email, and address. Once you have this, then you're going to want to be able to draw out, thumbnail out. My home page, I want to have my menu up here. A lot of people like the menu down the side. A lot of people like to have something completely different. I want my logo right here. I want my buttons to be right here. I want a shape here. I want to have pictures that show up here and text here. So this is just representing the home page. This is kind of how you would storyboard out each page. My About Me page, you don't want this to ever change. Your logo, your buttons, they always need to be the same so that the person that's visiting your website does not get confused. On the About Me, you might even have, this might say, it might not say home at all since this is your home. It might say welcome. Your home page might, your About page might say About Me. And then over here, you've got a picture of you. That's you, by the way. And a little bit about you. And that's about it in a nutshell. So that is a really rough storyboarding lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Share this with your friends. Share this with people that might have ideas that they need to get out. Again, let's just hop back to why this is called the Kinetic Word. I thought about it long and hard. Kinetic obviously is motion. There's a lot of that, see? The word part, well, that would be my lovely assistant and wife, Jen. So tell us about the word part so that this all kind of makes sense.
So I found a really cool verse relating to what you were talking about. It is, let me scroll, Habakkuk 2:2. I'm sure some of you already know this one, but it's pretty cool. I thought it was really applicable to what you're saying. So it says, "And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that read it."
So what do you think that means?
Write whatever that God is showing you in your mind so that you can be kinetic and so that people can be kinetic, so you can be kinetic and do what the Lord is showing you to do.
I love that. There was one version that she read, something about write it in big black letters. I love that. I'm like, that's cool. There's a whole bunch of different, translations, but yeah, basically, if you have an idea, a vision that you need conveyed, write it big and quickly so that people can run with it. Right?
Right.
Okay, that's the end of our episode. Thank you for watching. I have no idea what next episode might be. It might just be us driving from Utah to Georgia. Oh wait, where's our baby? Get this picture. Sorry, we're gonna show up. I'm gonna show off our baby because this is exciting stuff. And here we're gonna check that out. Right? Look at that, little baby buyers incubating. Yeah. Love it, right? Okay, thank you for watching this very silly video. It makes me feel good. Lynn, I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, you can always reach me here on YouTube or on Facebook or wherever. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.